Hey, this is RJ May, and you're watching Mr. Mario 2011.
Hey, so what is going on, everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario, and today I'm going to be showing you how to root the new Nexus 6 phone. I just got this thing, going to be rooting it, and I have to warn you all about this if you are going to be rooting your phone. This does void your warranty, so that means that nothing Google does, nothing Motorola does, nothing I do, none of that. It's not going to be any of our faults with anything that happens with your phone if you follow this guide. However, I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible, and normally if you mess up with a Nexus phone, they are quite easy to recover. So I'm going to show you how to do all this. Now, first off, you need to have your phone hooked up to your computer. After that, you are going to need to unlock developer settings, which I'll show you how to do. Now, when you go to your settings, you need to go to About Phone, and you need to go all the way down to the build number and keep tapping the build number. When it says you are now a developer, hit back and then go to developer options, and you want to tick, where is it? Enable OEM unlock, we're going to have to do that, and enable USB debugging. Go ahead, hit those two, and your phone might disconnect, reconnect. But once all that happens, you should be good to go, and we can now continue with this. Now, there's going to be a few things I want you all to download. First off, there's going to be this ADB setup, which is quite easy to use, and the reason why I'm recommending this is because it will install ADB and Fastboot, but it can also install, drivers for you and everything. So when you run this, just go ahead, hit yes, install ADB system-wide, go ahead, do all that, and then install device drivers. Go ahead, hit next, finish, that's it. So you're done with that. So you have a separate ADB Fastboot installation, which I will show you. You can go ahead and find if you need it later. You can go to your C drive, go over to ADB, and ADB and Fastboot are right there. Now, the other things you will need, download links will be down below in the description, will be CF Auto Root by Chainfire and TeamWin Recovery project for your phone. This is the custom recovery. I prefer TeamWin Recovery project. There are some other ones out there. However, this is the newest one that's been updated, and I prefer it. And this one is by Chainfire, who he is the guy who is in charge of Super SU and all that stuff, so I trust him, but I have not used this tool before, so we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Once you have these two downloaded, you can right-click the autoroot tool, extract it, go in here, and this is also available in Linux and Mac as well too, so you'll have all these available. However, if you're in Windows, just go ahead, double-click the bat file. Now, this is what you need to do here. You need to put your device into bootloader/fastboot mode. So what you do is you go over to your Nexus 6, go ahead, power it down, and let it shut down. Now what you need to do is come over to the side of the volume rocker and hold down the volume button and hold down the power button until it comes on. Now, once you see this screen right here, you are in bootloader mode. So that is exactly what you need, and this is just going to warn you right here. It will be unlocking the bootloader, which, as I said, will void the warranty. Not that huge of a deal, but it does void it. But because you are doing this, this will also fully wipe your device. So make sure before you continue on with this, you have anything backed up. And that is why I would recommend doing this early into your phone's life cycle if you decide to root. Because for me, for example, I don't have any of my settings on here yet. So now I'm going to start clean, which I don't mind. So if you want to cancel, you could do Control-C followed by Y. If you want to continue, go ahead, hit any key. Now, when you do that, it's going to bring up the bootloader here. You need to go back over to your phone, and you want to say Unlock Bootloader. But with this, it's going to have yes or no. Just go ahead, select yes, since it's already selected by default, and hit the power button, and it's unlocking. Now, once that unlocks, go ahead, press any key to continue again. Now, if it fails like it did right there, it's not that big of a deal. Just go ahead, run this bat file again. And I'm just keeping that in there to show you all that this is not going to be, a 100% smooth process all the time. But if you look at my phone, it now says device is unlocked. But if you want to, just go ahead, run this again, hit any key to continue. Now, after the phone reboots and all that, it's just doing all its stuff right here. Just let it do its thing. But with this, you can go ahead on the computer, just hit any key to continue. That exits out, and the rest of this process is going to be on the phone itself. Alright, now what will happen after some time, probably after like 5 or 10 minutes or so, your phone's going to be done erasing, then it's going to set back up, and you just have to go ahead, go through your startup again. So I'm not going to show all this, but go ahead, just start up your phone like normal, set it up. Now to check and see if your phone is rooted, all you need to do is go over to your app drawer and check for Super SU, and if Super SU is working, as you can see, you should be good to go and your phone should now be rooted. Now there's one more thing I want to show you all. Go ahead, turn off your phone again, and we're going to boot back into bootloader mode. Now to boot back into bootloader mode, again, we need to hold down the volume down on the volume rocker and then hold down power at the same time until your phone boots up, which it's not wanting to do right now. There we go. Okay, now it cooperated with me. But you're going to be in bootloader mode right here. And what you need to do is you need to go over back to where your files are downloaded. And this TeamWin Recovery project file, you need to copy that and then paste it into, not image, you want to paste it into tools, just right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to just rename it to TWRP to make it easy enough. And what you want to do is right click, well, hold shift, right click, hit open command window here. And you're going to type up some commands here, which is easy enough. First off, type in fastboot devices. And as you can see, your device should show up right there. After that, you want to type in fastboot flash recovery twrp.img, hit enter, and it flashes over the recovery. Then go ahead, just for safekeeping, hit fastboot reboot dash bootloader. And your bootloader should reboot. And there you go. Now go back over to your phone and go ahead and scroll until you find recovery mode, boot into recovery mode, and if you did this properly, well, 1, your bootloader should now be unlocked there, down there, and 2, you should have TeamWin set up here. So you can use this, I'll go ahead and turn this down a little bit, but you can go ahead and use this to flash over, ROMs, packages, anything like that. So this is really going to help you out. But we can go ahead, hit reboot, and go back into the system and have it reboot. But just like that, in like less than 5 or 10 minutes, you should have your phone completely rooted, completely unlocked, all that good stuff. So you should be good to go. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you for watching, everyone.